Good morning. Well, yesterday was a very busy day in the garden. I planted all the rest of the bulbs, the Las Vegas daffodils and all the others, and I cut back the Dusty Miller and the basil, and I put the netting or the grating over all of the bulbs so that the squirrels can't get to them, fingers crossed. So tonight I am starting to think about Thanksgiving. And you can see we have this little piglet in our kitchen, and he always has messages for the holidays. So he's saying Happy Thanksgiving, and it's time to decorate. I like to decorate, even if it's just one small part of the house. It makes me feel happy and lifts my spirits. So that's what I'm going to do tonight with you. I'm going to use some of the flowers from my garden, some of my Thanksgiving decorations in the bin, and decorate my patisserie. This is the patisserie that's in the kitchen, and patisserie is French for pastry, and so pastries often go on this, but I mostly use it in the kitchen as a little decorative space that announces the seasons. So I have a couple things here that I'm going to get started with, and then we're going to be looking inside the Thanksgiving bin and see what kind of decorations I might need. All right, well, let's start unpacking the box. I think I'll start with Mr. Turkey. I love him. I got him at Gelson's years and years ago, and I brought him home for the girls when they were little. He is stuffed. I'm going to put him here on the breakfast bench. A little pop of color there. That's fun. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to put some kind of a table setting here. I think I'm going to use these two things. Let's try this. For a Thanksgiving centerpiece here on the kitchen table, have the little pumpkin. Both of those things I think came from Pier 1, also many years ago. But I love the sparkle. I love sparkle anyway, so that looks very festive. I like that with the little turkey in the background. Gosh, there's so many things to unpack, but I won't unpack them all. These here are all children's books that I've collected over the years for Thanksgiving, so I'll be using some of those for Abby, my new grandchild. And I think I'll start, though, by putting Mr. Fox up on the patissiere. I love him. He just has an attitude, doesn't he? Precious. And then I have this carnival glass vase, which I think I'm going to be using. Look at how sparkly and beautiful it is. I'm going to have to put some flowers in that. Maybe, let's see, going here. Giving a little height. And then I love this autumn bell. This is an Avon autumn bell. My mom used to collect Avon in a very big way. In fact, I'll show you a secret. Hold on. Have you ever seen more Avon Cape Cod, Ruby Cape Cod in your life? This is all thanks to my mom, who bought pieces for me for every holiday and now and then, and I have almost everything you can imagine. Cake plates and bowls and candlesticks and vinaigrette things, and I love it and I use it. Some of the mugs are a little bit big, the goblets up there are a little bit big, but I love it. It reminds me of my mom and her love of Avon. I have a few more things that I've gotten out of the box. This is Mr. and Mrs. Pilgrim. I love them. Every year we used to go to Thanksgiving at my brother-in-law's house, and his wife Vicky used to make a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner, but I would always bring the desserts, and so I would have a dessert buffet and bring Mr. and Mrs. Pilgrim. So they've traveled a lot, and I think they're very sweet. And then over here, I'm going to put up a ceramic turkey that my mom made. She was big into ceramics. I can see it's a little bit chipped, but there we go. There. He's very festive there. Okay, so we have something on each end of the patissiere. And okay, let's take this box away. what else? Let's see, what's in here? Here's Mr. Turkey, salt and pepper. That looks like Mr. Turkey, and this is Mrs. Turkey. So that looks good. I like that. I did my final rearranging, and so I put Mr. Turkey here next to Mr. Kitchen Piglet with my Happy Thanksgiving blackboard. And my patisserie, I think, is in its final stage. I decided to bring out the Cape Cod, the Avon Cape Cod, in honor of my mom, so I have that as a little teacup there. And then I have the Mr. and Mrs. Pilgrim on the side with the salt and pepper turkeys. And over here, the turkeys were made in the US zone in Germany. And then Mr. Fox with his attitude, and our Avon bell, and a faux leaf, a lovely sparkly faux leaf. And then the garden arrangement from my garden. Let's take a look at that. The garden arrangement from my garden includes a Gerber daisy that was blooming, and also the Mexican sunflower, which is interestingly almost the exact same color as the Gerber daisy. And then we have the Sunfinity sunflower, which is large and happy. Then next to that we have the Suncredible sunflowers, still lots of them blooming in the garden. And then here we have a lovely red rose, some of the last roses probably. This has an unusual name. It's called the trumpeter rose because it trumpets its beautiful bold color. So we're having a good attitude about that. And then I had this little fall decoration that I thought I could put in. So that's the fall arrangement for the patisserie. Put it up there. And I'm ready for Thanksgiving.